Hello students, today we are going to discuss about fungal classification. Fungi can be classified on the basis of morphology of mycelium. Okay, already I told you in last lecture. Okay, it is classified under the base of morphology of mycelium, mode of spore formation and fruiting bodies. Okay, from fungi to fungi, fruiting body types are different. Okay, so these are the main consideration for the classification of a fungi. So first is a morphology of mycelium, mode of spore formation and fruiting bodies. Okay, and depend on these bases, this classification can be done by four ways. Okay, so here you can see fungal classification is in four classes. First is a phycomycetes, second is ascomycetes, then basidiomycetes, and finally last one is a deuteromycetes. So fungi can be classified into four classes. So first of all, let us start with the phycomycetes, that is also called lower fungi. They occur in aquatic habitats. Okay, also it is found on the decaying wood in moist and damp places, or as well as it is also found as obligate parasites on the especially on the plants. Okay, and the mycelium or a body you can see here, the mycelium or a hyphae is aseptate and sinusoidal. Okay, they do not have any septa in between. That's why here you can see nuclear is a multinuclear type of mycelium. Okay, so mycelium is a aseptate and sinusoidal. Phycomycetes include mucor, rhizopus. Okay, here you can see mucor. Okay, rhizopus, that is also called bread fungi. Okay, then albugo, here you can see they are parasitic on the mustard leaves. Here you can see white patches will be found on the leaf of a mustard. Phycomycetes will exhibit two types of reproduction, asexual as well as sexual reproduction. Okay, so they will do asexual reproduction by motile zoospores or non-motile aplanospores. Okay, so here you can see this is a sporangium which is having a zoospores. Okay, and zoospores may have a flagella, that is a tinsel type of flagellum. Here you can see branch tinsel type of flagellum, and this is a V-place type of a flagellum. Okay, so these two type of flagellum may be there in the zoospores. Okay, so by motile zoospores or non-motile aplanospore, they will show you asexual reproduction. These are produced in a sporangium. This is the body in which they are formed, and this is called sporangium. So sporangium is the body in which spores are formed. Okay, now next is the sexual reproduction. So fusion of gametes from zygospores. Okay, two gametes together will form the zygospore. Okay, and gametes are isogametes. Okay, means they may be similar in a structure and the function. Gametes are isogamous, or sometimes it is also found as anisogamous or oogamous, which are dissimilar kind of gametes. Okay, so fusion of two gametes will form zygospore. Here you can see this is the zygospore. Okay, fuse together. These two mycelium will fuse together and this will form this type of zygospore. Okay, and gametes are of two kinds. Isogamous, if they are showing you a structure similarity, then it is called isogamous, and if they are dissimilar in structure and function, then it is called anisogamous or oogamous. Next class of a fungi is the ascomycetes, and it is also called as a sac fungi. It includes yeast and penicillium. Okay, so unicellular. Okay, so here it is having a two type of organism, unicellular and multicellular. So here unicellular example of this group of fungi is a yeast. Okay, scientifically it is also called Saccharomyces, or a multicellular example of this multicellular ascomycetes is a penicillium. Okay, and here mycelium is a branch. Here you can see this is a branching. Okay, and mycelium is not continuous mycelium, it is having branch, and also it is a septate. Okay, so here you can see a septum is present. Okay, so that's why it is called septate type of hyphae or a mycelium. They are a saprophytic, decomposer of type, and parasitic, or it is also called coprophilous. So what is the meaning of a coprophilous? That means they will grow on the dung. That's why it is called coprophilous. But these type of fungi may be saprophytic, decomposer types, parasitic, or maybe coprophilous. Coprophilous means growing on the dung. Ascomycetes or a sac fungi shows asexual reproduction, and that is by conidia, which is produced exogenously. Here you can see exogenously it is produced on the conidiophore. Okay, suppose this is the hyphae. Here you can see on which conidiophore will be developed. and on the tip of this conidiophore here you can see free conidia will be developed, and that is a conidia type of spores. Okay, by conidia it will be produced exogenously. Okay, so conidia will produce outside of the body, and that's why it is called exogenously it is produced on the special kind of a mycelium, and that special kind of mycelium is considered, or the terminology which is used for that is a conidiophore. So here you can observe this is the conidiophore. Okay, and conidia will germinate to produce mycelium. These each individual spores will germinate and further it will produce mycelium. Ascomycetes or a sac fungi also show sexual reproduction, and that is by ascospores. Okay, so that's why it is a name after this spores name. Okay, ascospores, because here ascomycetes is written. Okay, so name after this the spore name is given, that is a ascospores, which is produced by ascomycete fungi. Okay, so by ascospore produce endogenously. Okay, so in previous slide we have learned that the spores, which is conidio type of a spore, which is formed exogenously, means outside the body, but here this is ascospores and they will produce inner side of the body. Okay, and the special structure in which this type of a spore will produce inside that, okay, so that sac like structure or bag like structure is called SI. Okay, so here you can see this bag like structure in which this ascospore will be produced endogenously. Okay, so this sac will called as a SI. Okay, and singularly it is called ascus. SI are arranged to form ascocarp. Okay, so this is the whole structure, and combinedly this is called ascocarp. Okay, the name for that is actually it is named for the fruiting body. Combined it is called fruiting body. Okay, the special kind of fruiting body which is forming the ascospores is called ascocarp. Okay, here you can see this is ascocarp on which this is the SI in which here you can see ascospore will be produced. So here you can observe this is a developing meiotic SI. Okay, so here for the meiosis processes continue, and after finishing that you will observe here SI is formed. This is a mature SI. Okay, and finally it will release outside and become sterile. Sometimes it is sterile. Here you can see no spores are there on this. That's why it is called sterile hyphae. This hyphae do not carry any type of a spore. That's why it is called sterile hyphae. Whereas some will produce some type of SI on which you can see mature SI is formed. Okay, and it will release the ascospores. So now let me go through some example of Ascomycetes family, that is a sac fungi. So these group of organism or these group of fungi include Aspergillus. Okay, then Claviceps. Here you can observe this Aspergillus. Okay, and Claviceps here. Okay, then Neurospora. This is the Neurospora you can observe. Okay, Neurospora is used in the biochemical and genetic work. So any scientist want to study any kind of a biochemical pathways or a genetical analysis or a genetical researches. Okay, at that time they are using Neurospora. Okay, morels and truffles. These two fungi are highly costly and highly demanding fungi that is used as a mushroom. So this is a very costly, around 30,000 rupees per kg. These morels and truffles are used. Okay, so this is very costly and highly demanding throughout the world. Okay, and morels and truffles are edible and are delicacies. Third class of a fungi is a basidiomycetes. Okay, it will include mushrooms. Here you can see the photographs. Okay, this is a mushroom. Then second one is a bracket fungi. Here you can observe this is a bracket fungi. And third one is a puff balls. Here you can see this is puff balls. Okay, they grow in a soil, also on a logs and tree shrubs, and living in a plant's body as a parasite. Sometimes they are also appear as a parasites, and if they are appear as a parasite in the plant, they are the example is a rust and smuts. Okay, mycelium here is a branch. Here you can see this is a mycelium, that is a branch mycelium, similar as the ascomycetes. Okay, and they are also septate as per the ascomycetes here. Okay, so they are also septate. So septa is there. Okay, and that's why nucleus is found individually here in the different chambers. Okay, and this is called septate type of fungi. So now let me discuss about reproduction in basidiomycetes. So here asexual spores are generally not found. Okay, so in this case asexual spores are not found, but here you will observe vegetative type of reproduction, and that is by fragmentation, and that is very common in this group of fungi. So here asexual reproduction is not found generally, but here a special kind of reproduction, that is a vegetative reproduction without spore formation, and that is called fragmentation, and fragmentation is very common in this group of fungi. Sex organs are absent, but here plasmogamy occur by fusion of two vegetative or somatic cells. Okay, though here sexual kind of sex organs are absent, but here plasmogamy will occur, and that is occur by fusion of two vegetative or somatic cells of a different strand of genotypes. The resultant structure will be dikaryotic. Okay, what is the meaning of dikaryotic? That means one cell will carry two nucleus. So such a condition is called dikaryotic structure. It gives rise to basidium. The structure will call basidium. In the structure of basidium, this karyogamy and meiosis will occur. Okay, so basidium is the structure in which karyogamy and meiosis will occur after plasmogamy. Okay, and as a result of that, it will produce 4 basidiospores. Okay, so here you can see this is the basidium. Okay, this body is considered as a basidium, and then on that here you can see this is the spore, and that is called basidiospores. Okay, and they will generate outside of the body, and that's why it is called exogenously. Let me repeat what is done. So basidium, inside this basidium, here you can observe this basidium in which karyogamy and meiosis will occur, and as a result of that it will produce 4 basidiospores. Okay, and that is exogenously. Here exogenously this spore will be formed, and basidia are arranged in a fruiting bodies, and that is called basidiocarp. Okay, and for example, the example of this type of basidiomycete is agaricus. Here you can see this is also called mushrooms. Okay, this is agaricus mushroom. Astilago, that is a smut, and that is a parasitic type of fungi. Then Puccinia, this is also parasitic type of fungi, and that is also called rust fungus. Last class of a fungi is a deuteromycetes, and also it is known as a imperfect fungi. Okay, why it is called imperfect fungi? Because here in this class of fungi only their asexual or vegetative phases are none. Okay, here you will not observe any sexual mode of reproduction. Okay, and that's why if they are showing the sexual stages, then it will be moved or classified under ascomycetes or basidiomycetes only. And if they are not showing any type of perfect stages, that means sexual stages, then it will be classified under deuteromycetes. Okay, so be very clear. It is why it is also called as a imperfect fungi. And what is a perfect fungi? Okay, it is also possible that the asexual and vegetative stage have been given one name, okay, placing under deuteromycetes, and the sexual stage another name, placing another classes. Okay, so here this group importance or a characteristic phenomena is a asexual or vegetative stage. Okay, and if they show sexual stage, then it is not considered as a deuteromycetes, and it will be considered as another class. When the linkage were established, the fungi were correctly identified and moved out of the deuteromycetes. As deuteromycetes are imperfect fungi, they will reproduce only by asexual spores. Okay, and specifically these spores are conidia. Okay, mycelium will be septate and branch. Here you can see this is the mycelium that will be branch and septate. Septa will be found. Okay, and some fungi are saprophytes or parasites. Majority are decomposer of type. Okay, they will decompose litter as excretory product and help in a mineral cycling. Okay, an example of such a fungi is Alternaria. Here you can see this Alternaria, Coletotrichum. This one is a Coletotrichum, and then Trichoderma. This Trichoderma is a parasite, or we can say disease causing fungi in the human. So this is your homework for today's lecture, and before we finish this lecture, let me summarize whole topic by using one animation video. So look at this video.
There are 4 main classes of fungi: Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Deuteromycetes. Phycomycetes are found in aquatic habitat, decaying wood in moist places, and as obligate parasites on plants. Mucor, Rhizopus, and Albugo are examples of phycomycetes. Phycomycetes have aseptate and cenocytic mycelium. They reproduce asexually by zoospores in the case of motile gametes, and by aplanospores in the case of non-motile gametes. On the other hand, sexual reproduction leads to the formation of zygospores after the fusion of gametes. The gametes may be either similar or dissimilar. Members of the Ascomycetes class are commonly known as sac fungi. For example, Aspergillus, Claviceps, and Neurospora. They can be unicellular like yeast or multicellular like penicillium. They are saprophytic, decomposers, parasitic, or coprophilous. That is, they grow on dung. Ascomycetes have branched and septate mycelium. They reproduce asexually by spores called conidia that are produced exogenously on the special mycelium called conidiophores. Sexually, they reproduce through spores called ascospores that are produced endogenously in sac-like asci. The asci, in turn, are arranged in fruiting bodies called ascocarps. Some members of Ascomycetes, like morels, are edible, while others like Neurospora are used in biochemical studies. Some common examples of basidiomycetes are mushrooms, bracket fungi, and puffballs. They grow in soil, on logs, and inside plant bodies as parasites such as rust and smut. Like Ascomycetes, basidiomycetes too have branched and septate mycelium. Vegetative reproduction by fragmentation is a common form of reproduction among basidiomycetes. Sexual reproduction in basidiomycetes takes place even in the absence of sex organs. In the plasmogamy stage, two somatic cells of different genotypes fuse to form a dikaryote. The dikaryotic mycelium gives rise to the fruiting body called the basidiocarp, on which basidia arise and produce basidiospores exogenously as a result of meiosis. The last class of fungi, Deuteromycetes, is known as imperfect fungi because we do not know enough about their life cycles. Only their asexual or vegetative phases are known. Deuteromycetes reproduce only through asexual spores known as conidia. They too have a septate and branched mycelium. They are saprophytes or parasites, while a large number of them are decomposers, which help in mineral cycling. Alternaria, Coletotrichum, and Trichoderma are examples of Deuteromycetes. Therefore, members of kingdom fungi display a diverse set of characteristics.
In next lecture, we will learn about kingdom Plantae in Animalia, and also we will learn about viruses. So till that, goodbye.